I don't know how to introduce this podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't.
Check out my Spanish. Number 5.
You fire out here with that. I can't do Spanish. I don't have any sort of.
Bro, it was just numbers, man.
Ay Dios mío. That's all I know. Yes, it's the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Already.
Episode 5.
Number 5. We back.
We are back.
Yes.
For another one.
We're here. What's your name?
I don't even know what my name is right now.
God.
Name is Reese.
And this is Infy. One more time. INFY. Yes.
Yeah. I really don't know. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now on something.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking about a bunch of other things. I need to clear it.
You got a lot on your mind?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's a lot on your brain.
A lot on my brain, but it's gone now. Let's get to it, though. It's back to school season, right?
Yep. They back in school. Traffic's horrible again.
Traffic is definitely horrible.
High school students are mobbing. I live literally right next to a high school as well. So
Man,
I'm getting
sucks.
all of, it can be a little nostalgic as well because I can hear the band, like the field where the band practices is right by my apartment complex.
Yeah.
So you can hear that going on.
Were you in band?
Yeah, I was a band nerd.
Oh, what did you play?
I played the French horn.
The French horn.
Or the fart machine.
The fart machine?
That's what they called it a lot. That's what
Okay.
they called it a lot, the fart machine.
Okay.
Wait. You know what? Damn, we didn't pour up. Sorry, y'all, because like the true alcoholics we are, I've already been sipping prior to filming, right?
I had to tell her like 15 times, stop, you messing up the line. Damn.
But I gotta have a taste. It was a first. Wait, before you do that, yeah.
Even though we did a toast already.
You know what I'm saying? We'll do it again for the people.
Yeah, we're not gonna pour up basically today. We don't, it's something we just had to go buy. We don't want to really give them any kind of shine.
Right.
Anything like that is good, but I don't want to give them any
delicious.
shine.
Right.
But
yeah, in band, played the fart machine, aka the French horn, concert and marching band.
I wasn't in any band or anything like that for like a couple of years. I played the clarinet.
Okay.
I wanted to play saxophone, but that was like kind of like I was so mad.
You know what? That's
clarinet.
fitting for you because all the light skinned dudes played the saxophone.
I'd have been fired.
Yo.
I'd have been fired.
Yo.
These light eyes and that saxophone in my hand.
Young Kenny G out here.
Bro, watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, keeping it real. Young
I
Kenny
would
G.
have killed. They'd have been mad at me.
Yo, but yeah, back to school.
Yeah.
All the high school students are mobbing. You know what I'm saying? What kind of high school student were you?
Shit. I don't know, man. I just like high school. I hit my stride. Right. I didn't.
What does that mean? You hit your stride.
You know what I mean? Where it's just kind of like everything kind of just falls in place and like things are working.
Okay.
I was a hustling ass dude. Like I always try to figure out a way to make some money, and that shit worked in anything that I did.
Gotcha.
Girls, like taking people's girls, like that type of thing. Like all this like goofy stuff that you're probably supposed to be doing in high school.
Okay.
And that's basically just what happened. It was just like I hit my stride because prior to that, like I was bullied.
Really?
You know what I mean? So middle school, elementary school, that type of thing.
Okay.
Because I was super quiet. I kept to myself on a lot of things, so I didn't really like have too many friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like in between like middle school and elementary school or like intermediate school, really, I moved to a new neighborhood. So then I had the ability to kind of restart.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I restarted, started gaining some friends, like that type of thing. So I started coming out of my shell a little bit.
Okay.
But then when high school hit, completely out of my shell and stride, just everything was full force and like in a sense like that's who I am today.
Gotcha.
Right? Obviously grown a lot more mature, seen a lot of different things, stuff like that in my life, but that all kind of started from there.
Okay. I feel like high school for me was like, it started off well, but then down fucking hill, bro.
Same here.
For real, like it started off with me being, on top of my academics, me getting certain recognition for my grades.
Okay.
And then somewhere along the lines, I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I started to become more involved in music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the whole academic thing, that just, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? That faded for me. You know what I'm saying? I remember some of the most memorable moments of high school were the morning ciphers. We used to have these morning ciphers at my high school, right? So me and a few of the homies, we would all corral around the lockers, get the beat going, and just freestyle as people walk by, call shit out, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the shoes you got on and go off that. So I started to get more into music, more into just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Chilling.
We had a little, now I think about it, I had some, people that I hung out with, when I was younger. And no longer people that, I interact with, but we had a little rap group called J Squad. I really didn't rap, but I was just kind of like there, you know what I mean, for like it. So I'd mess around with beats and stuff like that when I was younger. I can't even remember the program that we had. It was some bullshit.
Let me tell you.
Windows computer. But
let me tell you. So I too was a part of a rap group. Right. That's when I used to go by Infamy, but I chopped it because everybody was doing the cut your name short thing. You know what I'm saying? So then I just started going by Infy. But the group name was Absolute. And shout out to all of those guys. I miss you guys. Fuck. Okay. Absolute. And we used to go to like the football games in Polk County because that was like the thing to do. Go to the high school football games and sell our fucking CDs, bro. And we used Cakewalk in my boy's garage.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was the name of the.
But Cakewalk.
That's the name of the program. Okay.
Damn. And if you ever use Cakewalk, you know that shit is dated. Like that was one of the most affordable things that we could find. Use that shit, bro.
Yeah, I think like back then, cause like we coming from like the Northeast, so what we really did was we kind of just took other beats, like super, take the same, all the state property stuff, all the Biggie stuff, all Mobb Deep, and basically just take the beats and rap over them. And that's basically what we did. So we really didn't get into too much of our making our own beats, but our group was called J Squad.
Okay.
But it was like Judgment Squad. We shortened it to J Squad. I remember we got these like dog tags and everything. Everybody had the same dog tag with the J
that
Squad
was fire.
on it. Cause that was fire.
Who were you without a dog tag?
Who were you, right? You're not real.
Not real.
So basically we had all the dog tags and stuff like that. And we used to get in a lot of fights. Like at one point in time we got banned from the mall because we had this like big like chair throwing type of like interaction like at the mall. There used to be these big fights at the movie theaters because that was a big thing for us, was going to the movie theaters. Okay. So we did the movie theaters a lot. And then there was this one cat, like we had this one experience. This was like a real experience. So supposedly, right, I don't know like the real ins and outs of it. I just know I handled what I had to handle. So I used to live in this development or whatever, but I moved out. And everybody else was still there. So basically, supposedly, a guy came to my homeboy's house and was knocking on his door, and he supposedly had a gun, right? And he got it popping. So this is a story that I heard because I wasn't there, right? So they were like scared to come outside, obviously, right? You don't come outside with that. So basically, he hung out with a dude that went to school with me because I went to a different high school than everybody. So my mom wanted me to go to a different high school compared to everybody else and go to public. Okay. So I saw the dude in school, and there was no rap. I just pulled up on him in the lunch line and just hit him, right? Damn. And we're fighting or whatever in the thing, and like he like scratches my face, and I kind of black out after that. And they take me into the like office or whatever. They're like, "You punched the teacher too." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Damn, bro. Like if the cop was here, you'd be arrested. Right. But so luckily none of that happened. I didn't get into all that, but I did punch a teacher, whoop this dude's ass, whatever it may be. But he scratched my face and everything. And I was suspended from school for a couple days. But yeah, like we got in, like it really ended up just being like almost like a gang like that we was kind of in, and it was only like 5 of us. Right now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, there was music around, but it was like a gang almost. But it was just, that's like, I don't know, and like same thing with like school. Yeah. I was one of those students that was like there getting good grades and things like that. My freshman and sophomore year, but junior and senior year, I remember my junior year, I think I missed like, I think I came late to school like 50 sometimes. Yeah. like 50 sometimes I came late to school and they were like, we almost held you back because you weren't coming to school.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
I think the one thing that really helped me with discipline, because definitely like you, by my junior year, I was just like, man, you know, fuck this shit. I pretty much encouraged myself to go to college and kind of paid for myself to go to college.
I was forced.
No. And that's the thing. Like, not to say that my mom didn't promote continuing my education.
Absolutely.
It was just not something that, you know, all of us had done. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and continue your education, but what you definitely want to do is get a job. I remember having a job at 16, so I needed that. I needed some money, and that's all I knew.
That's all I wanted was some money. I had my first job at my first real job at 15. Prior to that, I was doing a lot of other stuff. Like, more importantly, what I was doing outside of like making music, I was making CDs. Like, I was making mix CDs.
Burning them things, right?
Burning them.
I remember breaking down my fucking gateway computer and putting a burner in there and burning CDs.
Right? Oh, you did it yourself?
I didn't do it for money. Like, I didn't sell them. I just burned them for the homies.
Oh, okay. See, I sold them. Yeah. But I gave them to a lot of people, but yeah.
Yeah, but like the only thing I think that really kept me disciplined by my junior year was ROTC. I also did that shit for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to go that road, but that didn't work out. But that's the only thing that kept me disciplined. Shit.
Good job you didn't.
Good job I didn't. You goddamn right. Yeah, that was a defining moment for me. You know what I'm saying? And looking back at it, I was like, now I'm like, damn, that wouldn't have ever been for me. I probably would have been miserable as fuck. But I had all of my credits in my junior year. I didn't have they didn't have any choice but to give me my diploma.
Okay.
So I don't remember a lot of being in high school my junior year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived literally right down the street from the high school, so I would skip class almost every fucking day. Even, I mean, on some days I had what do they call it? OJT. That's when you're still in high school, but you get a period to go work.
Training?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of like how my school is, but mine's a vocational school, so you can basically get that as well at junior year. That's available to you. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So for the most part, you know, I made sure that my grades were taken care of. That shit was solid, and I could graduate. And from there, I think I, you know, continued to try to pursue music a little bit. I went to private school for music, and then
we were actually supposed to go to the same school.
That's wild.
That's the crazy
That's
thing.
so wild, bro.
IADT in Tampa, Florida.
Yo,
that's so
shout
crazy.
out to all of the entire IADT crew, everybody that I've met from there, all the experiences we shared. Shout out to you, motherfuckers.
I wasn't going for music though. I was going for like fashion design.
Really?
That's what I was going for.
I was talking to this little chick that was in the fashion design program. They had a pretty good fashion design program.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go.
Yeah.
They just wanted too much money, so we couldn't do it.
For no fucking reason.
It was like 70 grand or something like that.
Full Sail was even more, and just imagine what Berkeley was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Berkeley's crazy.
So,
yeah, it was.
Good days. Good old days.
There was some good days in school, and I had a car. That's why I didn't.
See, I didn't have a car until after I graduated. I think that was like one of my graduation presents was going to get me a car, but it was after the fact.
I got mine.
Shit, they didn't want to see me in no wheels in high school. Shit.
Yeah, we were in Delaware. You get your license at 15 years old, 10 months. So I had my car already, and like as soon as that happened, that was it. Like, I did not go to school. I got a little girlfriend. She was older than me.
I'm grown now.
So I was just going over to her house, or I was going to the homie's house, whatever it may be. So I didn't have to go to school. And I mean, it was stupid. I didn't even like you had your grades and things like that. Our school was you have to do the 4 years. It wasn't like a credit based thing in a sense. So you have to do the 4 years. You have to pass these classes. You have to have this sort of GPA basically to get there. And I knew I wasn't going to fail. I wasn't stupid. I just didn't do the work.
Gotcha.
When I didn't want to do the work.
Yeah.
So that was basically it. And like once again, my school, it was a vocational school, so it was all about job training. Right, so my class, like something that I don't even do, right? It was a dental lab technician. That was the shop that I chose. I did that for 4 years. So like we made like retainers, dentures, like fucking crowns, whatever. Hey, no, hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Yeah.
So we basically did all that.
You could have got me a whole new set of teeth had you followed that path.
I know, I want one now. I mean, I could have been doing grills. We took molds and everything.
Damn.
You see what? Damn, I
didn't think about that shit then.
I'm not from the South. We didn't do grills.
Hey, fucking success.
Damn.
Shout out
I
to
should
Paul
just go
Wall.
back. I could look like Teddy from ATL. I could be him. Remember he left the bull sitting in the chair, just like went out with the homies, left the whole mold in his mouth.
Yo, that's one of my favorite movies, bro.
That is a fire movie.
Shit, speaking of getting your first car though, I remember, like I said, that was my graduation present. This is the vibe that I was on. I got a hoopty, I'm telling you. It was like a purple Hyundai Accent.
I thought you was gonna say a purple like Dodge Neon or some shit.
But that was the one too.
Yo,
that's
like Neon, everybody
definitely
had
a
Neon.
first car type of.
Or a Dodge Stratus. Oh,
Yeah,
those are the ones.
not the Stratus, bro.
Those are the ones. My mom had a Stratus.
For real?
A green one.
Yo, that's a big, long body, just big body car that.
Yeah.
Anyways, like.
Sickening.
I already knew that this shit was only supposed to get me from point A to point B, right?
Yeah.
First week I had the car. I called the homies, yo, we going to Orlando. I got my car now, we going to Orlando, bro. We go to Orlando one night, right? This Orlando was, I'm still living in Lake Wells at this time. Orlando's maybe, 45 minutes away. We shoot to Orlando. Whole time I'm praying, I'm saying a prayer to God, please don't let this break.
The homies in the back don't know what's
going on. They don't know
on.
shit. You know what I'm saying? They thinking we official. Shit, we driving now, we about to, we out here in these streets. You know, shit. I'm like, please don't let this break down. So we get there, have a good time, come back. 2 days later, that shit break down on me.
Damn, at least you got back though. You couldn't let that happen with the homies.
I made it back. It break down on me when I'm like less than 5 minutes away from the crib too.
Damn.
So
I remember. So my car, it was weird. Like I got an old car when I I got my car in 2005. Yeah, 2005. I got a 1989 Acura Legend.
Damn.
That was my first car. But this shit only had 60,000 miles on it, right? So it was basically almost brand new. There was like some other things going on in the car, but it was super dope. Like it was one of those cars that was like had all the tech in it.
Okay.
Like it was like one of those upgraded cars. Like it literally had power steering, power everything, electric everything. You could turn the radio up from the steering wheel. All those things were like on this car. I'm like, damn, yeah, this is an '89.
Yeah.
So it was super dope.
Right.
I think the first real big trip that I took in it. But it ran well. Like it ran well until I fucked it up because I didn't know what I was doing with the car.
Gotcha.
And not keeping maintenance on it and doing the things that I was supposed to do to it. But
Right.
I think the longest trip that I took in that, I went to. It was a random ass day. It was a dope trip though, but it was a random ass day. It was like during the summer, or no, it might have been like May, probably like May or something like that, May or April. And my homie was like, "Yo, the Red Lobsters come out." The Nike Dunk SBs, right? And this is when like I first started really getting into sneakers, and he was like, "Yo, the SBs come out." I think it's like 07, and he's like, "The SBs are coming out this week or whatever, but it's in Boston." And Boston's like 6 hours. And I'm like, "Fuck!"
Damn.
This is literally like the morning before. Like he's telling me this, like literally the morning before. He was like, "Yo, if we go up there, if we leave by like 4, we can get there by 10. Sleep in the line." Get the shoes and come back.
That was a mission for some fucking shoes, bro. I've never, not driven 6 hours away
Yes.
for shoes. I've camped.
Yeah.
So you can't camp no more, but what?
Yeah, we drove 6 hours. Got there like 10. I think they had like 150 shoes available. We were like number 111, something like that. We got there, we slept outside. Waited for these shoes, woke up in the morning, they fed us breakfast. They gave us like lobster rolls, and soup and all this stuff. It was super cool. It was at the store called Concepts in Boston. It's or not Boston, Cambridge, whatever you want to call it, but Harvard Square.
Shoe game was real different back then too.
Yeah, shoe game was real different. The first dude in line was from California.
Really?
The number one dude in line was from California. Like the game was super different, right? Like that was when there was no such thing as going online and just kind of like picking out a shoe online or putting your name in for a raffle. Right. You ain't doing a raffle. Either you sit your ass outside or you ain't getting these shoes at all. I remember the first shoe actually that did it. The first shoe that they started, I don't know if it's one or the other. The first shoe is one of these that I saw the first time I ever seen a raffle was for the Levi Jordan 1 collab where you got like jeans, you got a shirt, and you got the shoes. It came in a box, like a 3-tiered box. It It was either those or the Jordan 23s,
Okay.
the University Blues. Those were the first time I ever saw a raffle for a pair of shoes. First time ever. First time ever. And it fucked the game up ever since then. That's why I kind of like stayed away from sneakers.
I don't think that I started doing raffles until like my early 20s, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I really started to get in. Maybe started to really get into the shoe game, like collecting. But I remember it was just as easy, even before that time. Like my cousins, I know some of my cousins had, always been in it, collecting shoes. It was just as simple as calling somebody that you knew that worked there. Hey, I'm gonna need this many pair of whatever. Hold that to the side for me, and you had it. If you had it into someone that worked there, it was as simple as that. Now it's too difficult.
Too difficult.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give them an arm and a leg now, even if they'll even fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
And then the fucking shot drop. How you do a shot drop when nobody knows?
You know what? On record, sneakers app, as much as I love Nike, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys ever are interested in sponsoring this, we'll take that shit. But sneakers app is trash, bro.
Yeah.
Trash. The shot drop shit, it kills me.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit on this app all day and refresh it until a shoe come out?
Who knows? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's a shot drop, right? Of course. But
make an announcement, at least. Say,
come on, man. That's for the motherfucker that's literally all day, every day, every minute,
not
every
even
second,
that.
just
it's
checking that shit.
It's not even for a person, because no person can do that. It is for the bots that they say that they're trying to stay away from.
Right.
These bots are the only thing that have access to that.
Agreed.
When they see a new shoe pop up, the bot automatically recognizes
puts it in the cart, buys, purchases it, whatever.
The shot drop is not for people. The shot drop is for the bots.
Bro. It can't. The way y'all doing it, it's just trash overall.
It's bullshit.
Come on now. But you see, once we get this, Nike sponsorship, we'll be all good. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to fuck around with that trash ass sneaker app. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
Real quick, do you ever think of, like, what would it mean for you, like? Who made that song? Said, "Nigga, we made it." Who was that? Was that Drake?
Nah, what was that?
"Nigga, we made it." That was Drake.
Was it? Nah, was it?
That had to be Drake.
Why do I feel like Soulja Boy did that?
No, absolutely not. I can't be quoting.
Okay, yeah, it may have been Drake.
"Nigga, we made it." Yeah, I think that was Drake. But have you ever thought of, like, your "Nigga, we made it" moment? Like, what would that be to kind of like? What would have to happen for you to be like, I made it?
Man, I'm gonna pull up to, a beautiful, piece of real estate. Gonna be a fleet of old school cars on the front lawn. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to just fly out wherever and have that financial stability so that I know anything go down, I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
I'm at peace, with my situation. And
okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think
yours is like
that's it.
Yours is extravagant.
No.
No.
Is it really extravagant?
It's not extravagant. It's definitely feasible and it's possible and it's tangible.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just thinking from, like, where I'm coming from.
Right.
Mine is like, I can't wait till somebody in, like, the YouTube comments just calls me a nigga.
See, now that's just ignorant.
It is ignorant, but, like, I want to see it because I'm like, damn, if somebody hates me that much and they just throws me with the ER on the end of it,
well,
I know I made it then.
Hey, I've been called a nigger.
Yeah, but that's by a person that you
without the money. So
I have too.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, like, it's a person that you don't know. You know how the internet works. The internet different.
Just randomly mad at
it's
you.
It's a randomly person. Like, it's
fucking niggers on here talking. What are you talking about?
Exactly. If somebody ever says that, it's a wrap. I know I made it then.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely want some other things. Like, don't get me wrong. That's not going to be my success.
Okay.
That's not what I call success or anything like that. Like, I want the same thing. I don't know about a big house.
Yeah.
I would like a house. Probably multiple homes. Like, I would love to live bi-coastal.
Yeah.
As well. Bi-coastal would definitely be something that I would love to obtain. Maybe something, New York, something in LA.
Okay.
Like that would be dope.
Well, since we're on the topic,
Yeah.
and we're discussing we made it, bags. A little earlier, we were talking about, car selection.
Ooh, yes.
What would your top five?
Okay.
Your top five cars be that you purchased with the We Made It bag?
I like drug dealership. So.
Jesus.
I love drug dealership. Because
don't we all?
It's the essence of hip hop. Not to say that's what hip hop is about,
right.
But it's the essence of what people came up. First off, any of these rappers that are out here, most likely, even from new to old, probably was funded by drug money. Let's just keep it real. But and it may not be them that were funding it. It might have just been a dude from the neighborhood that was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get my money off in this, right? So number one would be a 1990 BMW, probably 325i.
Okay.
Or I would do an M3. Doesn't matter. For a 1990, super dope car, probably Alpine white, yellow and white headlights on it.
Got you.
Gold BBSs on it, type of thing.
Okay.
Nice little body kit. Number two, I don't know. I think it's an Impala. I think it's a '67 Impala, the gold joint that Doughboy had in Boys in the Hood.
Okay. I
would go with that.
That's a good one.
I think that's a '67 Impala, like a '69 Impala. I can't remember. Three. What would I do? I'd probably go with a Saab. The Saab that they had in Paid in Full, the black joint that Mitch pulled up with.
Saab?
Yeah. He said, man, that look like a motherfucking spaceship.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
He said, you got the gold BBSs on it, baby. I'd probably get that. Then I would have to go down south with it and probably get it. I don't know. I get probably like a Cutlass Supreme.
Got you.
Something from the south, put some big wheels on it, nice little system.
Okay.
Something like that. With the how they put their names in the back of the cars and stuff like that. That little like metal like rack and it'll say your name in the car. It's like some South shit.
No, you gotta get it. You gotta get it on the window. You gotta get it on the window shield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then other than that, I'll probably just get a nice little big type of wheel. Probably like I love Beamer, so I'll probably get a BMW like 750.
Okay.
Nice little long joint that I could just sit in the back and just.
All right.
I would love to have a driver. Those are the cars I would like.
Bro.
But I want a driver. I don't really care for cars like that.
Yeah.
But I would love to just have a driver. If I could say if it was like all four of those cars or the last one with a driver,
right.
I'm taking the last one with a driver.
I have a driver with specific cars. I think for me it would be 87 Monte Carlo SS. If I could T-top that thing.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I'm doing that, right? That was a good year. An old school Lincoln Continental.
Ooh.
The suicide doors.
Nice.
All black.
Okay.
I want to ride in that.
Okay.
Right? Let's see. A 1967 Dodge Dart Slinger.
I've seen that before. I can't picture it, but I've seen it.
Nasty. Just, get one restored.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the way I want to.
Yeah.
Right? That's number 3. Let me see. Number 4, something a little new. I have to do like a G-Wagon. Right?
Okay.
A nice little G-Wagon.
I hate trucks.
That's light.
Okay.
And then number 5, if it's we made it. You know what? Nah. If it's we made it, Bentley Coupe.
Bentley Coupe. Yeah. Continental GT.
Yeah.
Alright, it's nice. I like that. You got an honorable mention? I have 2 honorable mentions now that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I have I think it's 2012 Aston Martin Vanquish, like a forest green color.
Okay.
I was big on it because I think it's 2012, but it was around the James Bond movies. I saw that shit. I said, ooh, what the fuck is it? I don't even think Aston Martin should come in any other color than forest green, but that's just me. Because it looks so good on the, on the movie. Yeah. I think it was like 2012, but Aston Martin's a big James Bond movie type of car. So that would be like one of the newer cars, and only type of sports car that I would like. I'm not a big sports car person.
Okay.
And then the other one was a fuck. I guess that's my honorable mention. I guess. Oh no, the joint that Denzel had in Training Day. I think that was a Monte Carlo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on the year. Yeah, but
right.
that was. Whoo, yeah.
The way that thing, you raise that thing up and.
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if I had to do one. Maybe like I don't like Jag. I've never been a Jag person.
I think Jaguar should also be in forest green too. I don't know why, but.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been a Jag person at all, but the F-Type, I love.
The new joint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The F-Type, nasty.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. So those are my cars for the We Made It Back.
Yeah.
And they'll probably change.
Mine haven't changed.
No?
These are literally the same cars. I've always wanted these cars.
I think the Monte Carlo is something that I've always wanted, and the Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
I just recently been shown or introduced to the Dodge Swinger, and that's just like classic fucking American muscle, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I gotta get one of those.
And the way I'm thinking about it, it's like these cars for me, I think they're tangible. I don't need no $300,000-$400,000 car. Like, there's a couple that are in there that I said, right? But my main cars, none of those cars are over 100,000.
Yeah.
I think the 750 might be now, but you can get a 750 any year and get it cheap, right? I'm not with all that like expensive ass cars.
Like the Lambo, I think a lot of people feel like Lambo means the ultimate success. And don't get me wrong, you know, it's a nice car.
Yeah.
It looks good, whatever.
Yeah.
Probably drives nice, but it's never a car that I ever wanted to own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's how I look at it. First off, I'm too big to be sitting in a Lambo, me personally.
Okay.
I can't get down that low and try to get in and out of this car. Y'all gonna see me stumbling and falling out that bitch. Like, y'all gonna laugh at me if I'm getting out of a car like that, because it's just not gonna work. You give me these traditional classic cars, and that's what I go with.
What
but
else?
mine are all based on dope boy shit. Like,
okay.
I've seen them in dope boy movies. I've seen them where it was like hip hop based. Like literally, hip hop has ruined my life. Anything that I like to do is based on hip hop.
I wouldn't say ruined.
Not ruined. It just
deeply inspired.
It's a deep inspiration.
All right, cool. What else would you do with your We Made It Back?
Like I said, the bi-coastal part. I would love to live bi-coastal. And just secure my future, you know what I mean? Like, We Made It Back, you know what I mean? Just making sure that I'm putting it in, investing in multiple businesses and in multiple people. I want to start, like, I would love to invest in people. Because I feel like I can see talent.
Yeah.
I see talent very well in a lot of different things. I think it's because I'm interested in so many things artistically. I think if I had the money, I would invest in people more so than businesses. Per se, yes, I know that at the end of the day, it's a business. That's when things are going to have to be done through business. But I'm more so investing in the vision and the person that I see. I think I could pick those people out. I think I'm a good judge of character when it comes to that type of thing. And I feel like, I mean, at least for my life, I can't be the judge of it. I would have to ask other people. But I feel like I see things before they're really popping.
Okay.
So.
Cool. I think at some point I would definitely want to start a nonprofit that gives back to the youth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're living in a time where, I don't know, I feel like the younger generation is gonna grow up even crazier than we can even imagine. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't take time to kind of put certain things in their life, like for example, prior to just being out on my own in the world and having my own experiences, I didn't know certain things and resources and tools were available to me.
Yeah, same here.
Right. So I didn't know that it was possible for me to, make it past my neighborhood. And then once I got past there, what's after that?
Yeah.
And then what potentially could be after that. So I want to have, the ability to show young people where they can go, right?
Yeah.
yes, you know, this is where you're from. Don't ever forget about it.
Yeah.
But you can be anything you put your mind to. And I heard somebody in a documentary recently say that that's a false statement. Like, telling kids that at an early age is setting them up for failure. But
I think that was a stand-up. I think it was a comedy stand-up.
It may have been, but I disagree.
I know D.L. Hughley talks about that a lot, but
I disagree. I feel like, you know, even if you know,
I gotta stop. You think you can be whatever you want to be?
I think that,
because damn it, some kids out here want to be dinosaurs. Okay, some kids want to be Power Rangers.
Right? Within reason, yeah. Within reason, we'll say that.
What's the reason though?
You can put, like, come on, bro, you're not gonna fucking be a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously. But even president, that's in reason. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody's not gonna be the president. You just have to get black and white. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. So again, within reason, someone who has been groomed and is, you know, within that path, has those connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably could. You know, they can. But if you know, I'm not gonna fucking be the president.
Yeah.
I can't just say, oh, I want to be the president now, so I'm gonna start thinking that way.
Yeah.
I have to think within reason, right? Within reason, whatever you put your mind to, yeah, you can make something happen.
See, the way I think about it is like this. I don't know if I want to per se completely, like, I would love for that fact. I would love for that statement to be as real as possible. I would love to believe that. I just want to show people. I want to be. Hopefully, I can become an example that I can show people that we don't have to just be, you know,
a stereotype.
A stereotype of a basket or a sport or an athlete or a musician. Even the same bullshit is like. Cause think about this, right? I'm just thinking about it right now. It's either, right, in our communities, and I'm not going to talk about the negative type of things that happen in our community.
Okay.
It's either like, you know, when people say, you know, not everybody's going to be an athlete, not everybody's going to be a musician. Yes, those are the extremes. Right? Super extremes. But then also they're like, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be a dentist.
Right.
Those are also extremes.
You think so?
Yes, I believe so, 100%. Want to know why?
Why?
Because it's putting people in over $100,000 worth of debt before they even made a fucking dollar in their life. I think it's an extreme. It's a super extreme. You and I started this with our money that we made from, and neither you or I have a college degree.
Right.
We literally worked ourselves to this point, bought all this equipment, set our shit up the way we wanted to do on our own dollar and our own mind and our own thoughts. Right? So there's certain things like that where what we need to do is we need to just realize that there is access in so many different worlds.
Yeah.
Right? The other day, I went to the Sir album listening party. And I thought it was just going to be a regular listening party. And then, you know, when I got there, I was like, oh, this is the actual official release party. Like, this is an industry event. And I'm in there, and, you know, we've been doing a lot of parties recently, going out and hanging out. And I'm seeing the same people that are at these parties are the same people at this event.
Yeah.
These aren't people that are famous.
Right.
You go on Instagram, they maybe got like 2,000 to 3,000 followers, maybe 4,000 at max. They don't got a blue check. But these are the people that are moving the culture forward, that are making a very comfortable living. Right. They didn't have to go out and do anything to fucking, you know, where their morals are, you know, possibly, you know, affected or, you know, anything like that. Their integrity's not affected, none of that. Right. They're literally working in the industry that they want to work in, but they didn't, and they're successful. Right. Just be successful at anything. Even like saying you want to be a plumber. Right. Anybody, yes, could go out and be a plumber, but you're not going to be able to make a life if you're working for somebody else being a plumber. Okay. Being a plumber owner. Right. Is not plumber owner. Being a business owner of you know, a janitorial type of business or whatever it may be, or a service like that those are the types of things. It's just like find success outside of the extremes. Not everybody's gonna be a doctor. They already got shortness on these types of things. Like you can't. I'm sorry, you don't have a shortness. It's like these positions, and people are staying in these positions for 30, 40 plus years.
Right.
So how the hell are you going to get in when he has all the clientele?
Right.
So there's certain things like that where it's just like it doesn't have to be the extremes. And I think if you're available to be a doctor or anything like that, if you're smart enough and that's what you want to do, definitely go out and achieve it.
Right.
I'm not saying don't follow that goal.
Right.
But it's just like, it could be a lot of things. Like, you could be a lot of things. I mean, you could be a lot of things. I don't want to be none of that.
Right.
I want to be exactly who I am. I want to do this. So. Yeah.
I feel as though, I don't think it's an extreme. I think that it is an extreme amount of discipline. When you're talking about, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, because when you said that, I was like, damn, I know this girl who came up with me, same neighborhood I came up in, same high school, same graduating class, and she maybe a few years ago got her, she's a doctor. And it's like, damn, that was within my reach. It's not impossible, right? She just had the discipline. That has never been one of my passions or anything, but I know that coming from where I come from, it can happen. If you're passionate about that and you're willing to put the discipline behind that, and they're willing to give you the debt, give you the money to put yourself in debt, the $100,000, so you can, get the degree and go to school for it, but you also have to, with that discipline, come up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? And acknowledge where you are, what you had to go through to get there, and come up with a plan to get yourself out of there, get your degree, get your own practice going. You know what I'm saying? Forget working for, or whatever you got to do. You got to work for, somebody else for a little while, all right? But have the plan be to be the boss at the end of the day. And not just be the worker. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. And I agree. And I think, even for what I'm saying, like, I think in any sort of success, there's going to be extreme discipline, right? Even in what I want to do, I'm going to have extreme discipline in doing exactly what I need to do and making sure that I'm putting the work in and coming up with new ideas and things like that to kind of continue where I want to go. But even think about this, right? That girl that you went to school with, she's a doctor. How many people were in your graduating class? Remember?
This was a small class. I honestly don't remember, but it couldn't have been more than
70, 80.
Oh, well, I may be a little high, but I say 150 students, if that. Maybe not.
150 students. Out of all of them, how many are doctors?
Fuck, bro. I haven't kept up with all of them.
How many you think may have been doctors? If you were to pick a number.
Maybe 5% of them.
5%?
Yeah.
Now, it could have been that are. Because 5% of 150... 5% of 150 is what? Basically, so 5% would be 5, so 7.5 people. 7.5 people out of 150, that's not an extreme. Being a doctor is an extreme. You know what I'm saying? Not
okay, I will for sure give that to 7.5 people, for sure.
Extreme doesn't mean impossible. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I just think it's like the upper echelon type of person, to get there, right? And I don't discipline can be found in anybody, right? Whether it be the street dude to the athlete. There's discipline in both of those fields.
I don't know, because I think when I think about it, it seems as though, and by no means am I talking about us, right? But in this industry, it's fair to say, like, entertainment, right? Whether you are doing what we do or, fucking the rappers. They wake up, they put in their music, wake up, smoke weed all day, fuck bitches, got money.
That's discipline.
And is that discipline?
Yeah.
Stop.
You don't think so?
Stop. No. Come on now.
There's a level of discipline there for these rappers and artists. A complete level. Yo. You make music. Just imagine putting out a 17-track album every 2 years. You know what it takes to get that done. That's discipline. I'm not talking about what their lifestyles are like. I'm talking about the actual product.
Okay. The process.
Yeah, okay. The process is difficult. The process, you need determination.
Okay.
You need extreme discipline to do those types of things. And I just think
I don't know about extreme. I don't know about, extreme discipline. I feel like you may need the right connection. You know what I'm saying? And you're on sometimes in this industry, right? Yes, not in every case.
A connection is a connection.
Sometimes you don't even have to maintain at a certain level of success. Like if you're on and somebody believes in your brand and the product that you came to the table with, everything else can be managed by a third party. You just sometimes have to show up, smile, and
Maybe I'm thinking of just myself because I'm thinking about maintaining. I'm not thinking about going in with a product. Just think about it. I guess you go in with a product. That's that product. Now you have that. You put that out. It's done. It's over with. What's next?
Yeah, and every product's different. So yeah, maybe it's different for you. Your process is different. I can imagine someone who is wanting to become a doctor or an attorney. Their personal brand's different. It took some real fucking effort, some intense, discipline, long nights to get there. Someone who just came up in the industry, whether you be rapper or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's just like, hey, I made the right connection. They believe in this brand. They're pumping everything. The team's already there. All I have to do is show up.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong.
That's my opinion.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying it as in like I'm comparing like ethic and work ethic and things like that from a doctor to an artist and things like that.
Right.
I'm not going that route. I'm just saying like I'm comparing an artist to an artist. I'm comparing a doctor to a doctor. I'm comparing a lawyer to a lawyer. Right. So that's why I'm saying that, right? And the ones that we see put in obviously another level of, I guess, in music as well as possibly some medical fields as well as being a lawyer and the ones that go extra hard, those are the ones that become the greats or whatever it may be, like the ones that are actually very successful in their fields.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just think there's a certain level of discipline that all people need to have, and I think all people do. I just think we always kind of try to judge it compared to what we're doing in our lives.
Definitely.
Things like that, and that's why I think, like I said, the biggest thing is I never want to tell anybody they can be anything they want to be, but just understand that there are a bunch of options that they haven't even explored yet.
And I think going back to my original statement about just wanting to create or have the nonprofit, and that is exactly the message that I want to send. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're passionate about and you want to do, don't feel like you're limited to where you're from, what you see in front of you, what your everyday is, because that can't change. There are a lot of possibilities. There are tons of options out there for you. It's a huge world and it's ours. So, you know what I'm saying?
I saw this thing on like Instagram. It's called Black Travel Club. And I follow it. It's just a bunch of black people with this Instagram.
I think I've seen that
Instagram.
Yeah, actually, I think I've seen that before.
They're probably getting free trips. Just a blog.
Hey,
just to talk about it.
There's a lot of options out there for you.
That's that's one thing that I always go back to. I'm like, yo, people are traveling the world probably for free or discounted because of these exact reasons. Because they have a following.
True.
And they can say, look, I'm here, and then it may give 4 or 5 trips to go there in the next year. And that's just more money for that resort or, airline or whatever it may be. And there are people out here doing it. So it could literally be for anything. Same thing with food. Same thing with test drive. Not even that. People literally on YouTube have unboxing videos up.
And they lit with the unboxing. Hey guys, I just got this new 757. And I'm watching that shit though. I've been that person.
Like, you been watching?
I've been the person to watch unboxing like shoes, unboxing.
I've seen Kadeem Hardison.
A lot of shit.
You know what Kadeem Hardison is? The dude that played Dwayne Wayne on Different World.
Yep.
So he does these unboxing things for like these like comic book statues.
Yeah.
So I watch his little thing.
Bro, unboxing.
Yep.
Unboxing, my nigga. Like, just thinking about it right now. I'm literally taking my shit out the box for the first time for you, and you tuning into that shit. Yo, the world is yours, man.
The world is yours. There's so many.
The world
things.
is yours. What does Reese look like bossed up? Yo, does Reese code switch when he's having conversations with, you know, people that he may be entering a new partnership with? Does Reese code switch when he's bossed up?
I think.
Or does Reese code switch now?
I've had this conversation with people, and I don't know if I have the right definition of code switching.
What do you think that code switching is?
I think code switching is literally the inflection in my voice and making people feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like I speak in this voice 24/7.
Okay.
I don't change it for anybody. I don't change it at my job, which is probably a job where I should. Right?
Definitely.
But I don't. Right?
Definitely.
I talk to people just like this. I'm me at work. Right? I don't, hi guys, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Did you need help with this? Did you need help with that?
Yeah.
I'm just like this, right? All right, this is what you got to do. This is the next part. This is the next step. I'm gonna show you how to do this. This will probably be the best option for you. That type of thing. This is how I talk.
Okay.
I don't use the word nigga. I don't curse. I don't do those types of things, which I do in my regular life. But I don't consider that code switching. I just think there's a time and a place for that. Those words per se. So I don't know if I consider it code switching. And some people said, nah, what you're doing is code switching.
Right. Here's why. Okay, I know I've had this exact conversation with you before, and
I can't call white people nigga.
But wait. All right, I've had this conversation with you before, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'm being a little unrealistic, but just a tiny bit. I feel like if you can't say nigga in any conversation that you're having, yeah, you're code switching.
You're not the only person to say it either.
We might be talking about something, and I was like. And maybe I'm talking to, a white person. And we having this conversation. I'm at work and we having this conversation. You know how our conversations go when we're at work. They don't have to be about, business. So we having this great conversation and they tell me like, yo, did you get a chance to cop those new Yeezys that just dropped? I might want to say, nigga. I missed them shit. You know what I'm saying? I took a L. You know what I'm saying? I might want to bust out and say that, but I have to think where I am, what time it is, how that's gonna, come off to this person that I'm talking to. Are they gonna be cool with it because we having this great, kind of personal conversation? They're gonna be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel, yeah.
Do you think, or does it just come naturally?
What do you mean?
I think when you do it and you have to think about it, then it's code switching.
I have to think about it.
You think about that.
I have to think about it. I have to be like, yo.
In that moment,
that moment, we're having this conversation, and I want to be like, yo, because we get to have a little context. We get to have like really great conversations at work. Reese and I are, in this. We do the same thing. And we get to have these really great conversations that don't necessarily have to be about business, right? Mm-hmm. So when I'm in a personal conversation with someone that I'm actually vibing, maybe you know how it is. When I'm actually vibing with them, we're talking about some shit that we both can relate on. Yeah, I might want to be like, yo, nigga, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to think, nah. That may not read well. You know what I'm saying? That might not come back the right way. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't think about it. It just goes that way, right? That's why for me it might be a little bit different because I don't know. I don't know. It's just different because I don't feel like I think about it in the moment. I think I just do what's natural in the moment. I know naturally, obviously, I'm at work, so I guess maybe that's thought. I don't know. But I mean, I've definitely had conversations where I've said it at work with people, and things like that, and I never felt any sort of way about it.
Gotcha.
And it's with customers obviously that would understand, or people that I know and that I talk to.
Yeah.
But I just think if I'm talking to somebody about a product of ours, there's nowhere in any of the terms and conditions does it say nigga, so I don't have to say it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
It's just that's how I look at it. Like I don't have to say it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I don't know. Do you feel like you code switch?
I definitely code. I know I code switch.
You know you code switch.
I know I code switch to make people feel comfortable. You
okay. So I don't feel like I code switch. You feel like you code switch.
Yes.
Why do you feel like you code switch?
Because if it's any other way, if I don't say it the way that you are used to hearing it or you think it's politically correct,
yeah,
then it's just not right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. It's not going to come off the right way. It's not going to be, and I guess I'm only using this in the sense that I'm in my professional environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be professional. It's not the politically correct way to talk to a guest or someone that I'm having an interaction with. So you not what?
I don't care, man.
What?
I don't care.
What? Trust me, bro. If it was any other way right now,
mm-hmm.
I'd be on that vibe. But I know, where I am right now.
Yeah.
I know where I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong, I know I need it.
I know where I am right now, and I know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And I know that, because this isn't my business, I have to be at a certain standard.
Yeah.
To be able to communicate effectively.
Yeah.
Now, if this is my business, I'ma say nigga. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do business with me.
I think what you just said though, communicate effectively is more so what we do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we code switch. I think we communicate effectively.
Nah, it's a pretty name for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty cover up. It looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. Damn, man. Alright, well.
You can put sprinkles on a turd, but it's still shit.
Ugh, that
you know what I'm saying?
nasty.
I'm just saying.
Remember that line, Dave Chappelle? He was like, when they won all the money, black people got reparations, and he said I think he put like diamonds or something. He ate diamonds. He said, I ate diamonds because my dookie twinkle, baby. It's my dookie twinkle.
But it's still shit, regardless. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Like it just. Because when I'm just having conversations at work, I do not think about it. I don't care who's in front of me.
Yeah. I'm super cautious. I think overall, we're different. I'm a super cautious person. I just feel like this isn't my business. At the end of the day, I want to make sure that, I represent it the way that it's supposed to be.
You know what it is? Possibly too, I'm mixed. So I've had to and I grew up in a very diverse upbringing from like school and everything, right? Teachers were different races, students were different races and stuff like that. And I was able to get through that and understand. So I guess maybe I look at it that way where it's just like, oh, this is just everyday life.
Okay.
It's back to everyday life, so none of it's any different.
Okay.
Right? It's just like it is what it is. Like I don't have any issues like communicating with anybody in any situation.
Okay.
Or having any communication or issues. So I don't really feel like I'm code switching. But I might be. I just don't look at it that way.
Right.
I guess I am code switching.
I don't have any issues when, I'm talking or speaking the way that they most understand it, yeah. So that's how I know it's code switching. But if I'm talking, to somebody from back home, or I'm waking up and answering my phone, it's a huge difference.
I think I said John to a customer before.
Really?
I think so.
Was it because they were from?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just said it.
Shit. Did they know what you were talking about?
No.
See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but you know something though? It won't always be that way, bro.
Red face, baby.
What? Come on now. Come on. Stop that.
He in the building. I'm sorry. I had to shout him out.
We're in Hypebeast Central. Shout out to the Fairfax Flex. Yeah. Just stepped in, came through one time.
Look, we're going to wrap this. This is another episode of the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Yes. Number 5.
Number 5. We're
going
moving.
in. We're going in.
We got numbers now.
Hey,
we got content, baby.
5-0 numbers.
What it do, baby? Fun guy.
Wait. You know something that I would never, ever do though?
What?
Fuck with Jay-Z.
Can we get a moment of silence for D?
Yo, you see what that just did to him?
Can we get a moment of silence for
You see
D?
what that just did to him? Alright, I ain't going. I said we weren't gonna go there. I said we weren't gonna go back there. I was just fucking with you, bro.
All I'm gonna say is if Infy ain't on the
I was
next
just fucking
episode,
with you, Jay.
All I'm gonna say is if Infy ain't on the next episode, we gave her
He done
moment
body
of
tagged and
silence.
toe tagged me. So
come
find
not
me
me.
somebody.
Not me. Not me. Just know that he's very well connected. He's a billionaire now. Anybody that disrespects Hove, I can't say what's gonna happen. You see, JD had to apologize and clear it up.
You saw that, right?
I don't know what happened there.
That was a hey.
Hey.
You know what? At this point, I'm not gonna even speak on it. I'm just gonna say, shit. I just said I wasn't gonna speak on it. I ain't gonna speak on it.
Hey.
It was different though. That's what I will say. It was real different.
Somebody put the chokehold on.
Like you had said something.
Either it wasn't true or somebody put the chokehold on.
Right. Somebody's lying. Cause Flex said one thing. Flex said one thing, and JD said another thing. So somebody's lying, right?
Or somebody's just from Brooklyn.
Here we go. And with that being said, you guys.
All right, just want to kind of give another, just kind of a point on something. Look, this is Labor Day weekend that we're shooting this. This episode comes out tomorrow, which is going to be August 31st.
Yeah.
That is a Saturday. If you are in the LA area on Labor Day Monday, which is the
second?
The second.
Yeah.
Labor Day Monday, if you're in LA, we're going to be hosting a live podcast at the 88th by 11 Mile day party for Labor Day.
Yep.
At the Exchange, downtown Los Angeles.
Yep.
Event starts at 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the area, pull up.
Yep.
We're going to be there. You can sit down with us, talk with us. We might have some swag for you, something, something to give away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
So,
we're gonna have some.
If you're in the area,
something to give away.
Pull up, holler at us. You can get on the podcast with us. We can talk about some things and we can get it going.
For sure.
If you're in the area, pull up. 88th by 11 Mile day party. Pull up.
Exchange.
The Exchange,
Los Angeles.
Downtown Los Angeles.
3 p.m.
September 2nd.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Pull up.
We're gonna be there, so come through. You know what I'm saying? Argue with us, debate, laugh.
If there's anything we said on
cry if you need to.
If there's anything we said on this podcast, check us right then and there. We want to hear it because we want to know basically about it. And
I don't know if I use the word check, because listen, I'm not going to take too kindly to motherfuckers that I don't know trying to come and check me. You know what I'm saying? So either we're going to have a logical conversation and a logical debate.
Pull up with the aggression.
Or the shit's going to get real, okay? The Duce is going to be in my system. And I'm going to try to be nice.
One of us is registered.
And that's all we going to say. And then we going to leave it at that.
Did you see the Chappelle stand up?
Yeah. Shout out to Dave.
Get registered.
Shout out to you, Dave.
I don't like him, but get registered.
I can't wait to have the full artillery room decked out. I know, listen, this might sound crazy, but I really want just a few grenades.
Is this another we made it moment?
I want a few grenades.
What do you want a grenade
because, for? That shit's just cool, bro.
Oh my God. Somebody pray for her. Please, somebody pray for her. Hey. Peace and love.
But I like fire too, so.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I like life.
It's all in the spirit of love.
Red face, baby.
The Fairfax Flex.
All right. Once again, this has been another episode of the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Yes, and if you are not already following us on Instagram, The handle is at Unsolicited Culture. Make sure you follow up on our page there. You will find all of the links to each of, you know, our segments that we've already posted, or excuse me, episodes that we've already posted, as well as links to our playlists that drop every episode. All right?
Yep.
And as we always do, we running it down, regardless to what type of student you've been. Shit, it started off great for me. Didn't end that well. Could have ended. I won't say that it didn't end that well. Could have ended better. At the end of the day, just make sure that you're aiming for some type of success and you're aware of all of your options. All right? Mm-hmm. Nigga, we made it.
Yep.
Nigga, we made it. And when we do, shit, I gotta have all of them cars. All them cars that I mentioned to you, I need them.
I need those residencies. That's what I need.
That too.
I need those I need East Coast, West Coast. That's what I need.
Nigga, we made it. Financial freedom. That's the goal. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the good and the problems because those won't go away. But financial freedom, that's it.
Okay.
What was on your mind?
I don't want to say it because
say
it goes into something else. It's another topic.
All right.
Because I think about it this way: financial freedom or freedom of time. Like, what would you rather have?
What do you mean freedom of time?
We'll get into it.
You'll never have freedom of time, and that's just my personal opinion.
We'll get into it.
All right, cool. That's the next episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Code switching. Yes, the fuck I do it. Do I want to? No, but I know I am.
Mm-hmm.
I know at the end of the day where I want to be, right? And I'm gonna, you know, push myself and work as long as it takes to get to where I want to be. So that I don't need, this isn't even something that I can say that I do anymore.
That's for sure.
But hell yeah. Hello. How are you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We
What's up, nigga?
See? We all may go through it. We all may code switch every now and again.
You need help with something?
But listen, just know who you are and stay true to the things that you really love and you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro, we ain't got that.
Alright, see, and Maurice is just gonna keep being a nigga. Thank God for this platform, because nigga. Nigga. And one more nigger for the road.
Red faces clutch his pearls.
Yeah, he did. He didn't hear that word used that many times in a row, but it's all good. It's love. It's still love. You know what I'm saying?
Like it. Follow us.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Yes.
All that.
Talk about this.
Give us your handle.
Don't talk about this. My handle?
Yes.
Unsolicited Culture? No?
Your handle.
My personal handle?
Your personal handle.
Ooh, okay. At INFYX Rebel. At InfyX Rebel. You can follow me on IG and you'll find all of Unsolicited Culture's things on there. Hopefully in the near future I'll be dropping some music for you guys to critique.
Hey, we looking forward to that, baby.
No one's looking forward to that, but I'll drop it.
Come on, fun guy. We need that.
Yeah, let the people know how they can find you. With the pretty eyes.
Hey.
With the light eyes.
I just need the saxophone, baby.
Look at him.
You know.
Kitty G. Play the horn.
At least give me like a Terrace Martin or something.
Okay.
And sheesh.
Alright.
Kenny G. I don't play no soft jazz. What you think this is?
I love soft jazz.
You look like you like soft jazz.
I do.
Alright. You can follow me at RESE_AD. Once again, that is at RESE_AD. I don't have anything but Instagram, so don't be checking for me anywhere else.
That's real.
Alright. Peace.